An Indigenous Badaba, an Hindu named Mukwa. My English name is Rory Erler Wake 'em Up.
And if it looks weird, it's my farm coat, so, you know.
They all look weird. That's what makes them lovely. I just kind of put on the events and then I contract artists to make the designs. And this one right here, actually, I don't know the artist because the ladies from the Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition actually contracted the artist directly, so I didn't work with the artist on this specific design. But then Courtney Cochran did that one. She did like a mashup of stuff online. That was the first one we started doing in 2015 or 2016. Yeah, and we're at least 10,000 items now because we do about close to 2,000 a year. And then we can double print, do another print over it. When it dries, it'll act like a primer. Yeah, some folks came here from 9 to noon and we weren't supposed to start till 11. So Jules Fairbanks came with like 20 guys. It was dope. But they hit me up at 8:30 and they were like, yeah, we're gonna be there at 9. I was all in my undies yet, just making coffee, like, yo, just making all the, all right, see you then. I just got dressed quick and took off.
I've been coming to make the art build for, I think, about 4 years now. The last 4 years I've been here helping out, either being in community and just making sure that the Two-Spirit community is also represented. What inspires me to come every year is I work with the community. I work with a lot of community members that either have family members or people I know personally who have been affected, who have gone missing or have been murdered. So I believe that this is very important for the community to come together because it's healing. This is a healing event because you get to see community and there's like a lot of people hugging each other and there's laughter and there's unity and there's community building. So I feel like events like this are very important for our community because we can come together and we can help heal each other. And I feel like it's important for natives to support other natives, really, at the end of the day. Because being native is an experience in itself, and if you're not native, you don't know the experience. So it's important that we support and uplift each other because we have so much trauma and we carry so much hurt and pain that we can understand each other. And when we come together, there's laughter. You hear laughter, and that's healing. Whenever you get a group of natives together, you're gonna hear laughter. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So I believe that's why it's really important to get the community involved and then also get the youth involved. And if the community is involved, the youth are gonna see it. Whether they say it or not, they're always watching us. They're watching us. So we should be good relatives and show up in places like this and support each other.
There's a lot of stories, and we have a lot of relatives that have been missing for a number of years. So we have, Jojo Boswell, who's been missing for decades now, and whose, family still doesn't have answers to her about her disappearance. And you have Nevaeh Kingbird in Bemidji, who has been missing since October of 2021, and whose mother is waiting for her to come home. And you have Jeremy Jourdain from Red Lake, who has also been missing for several years from the Bemidji area. And we have Alexis Whitehawk Ruiz, who was found murdered last year. So we have a lot of stories, and many more stories that we don't know of or that aren't publicized. And so, this day was really started, and we continue to hold it to make sure we raise awareness, to make sure that people pay attention, to make sure that, our stories are heard in the media, not just, non-Native people or, we hear a lot of stories about missing and murdered people, but they're not often Black and brown people. And so we want to make sure that our stories get out there, that our people's faces get out there, and people know, and people are looking for us too.
Today I see the beginning of healing for what is happening for Indigenous women, Indigenous men, Indigenous boys, and Indigenous girls in our community throughout North America. It's important for people to come together and to start working on how can we address this problem. It's a really hard issue to address. It's a heartbreaking one. It's sad.
We ground ourselves with our mother, with the earth, and hold true power, not the illusion of power that the system of oppression projects. True power of our people, fighting for sobriety, fighting for each other, united and healed. Together we stand in a way that our ancestors prayed for, to demand that the colonial settler violence against our people ends. We stand together as women, mothers, aunties, daughters, fathers, sons, warriors, leaders, elders, and as those that hold positions of influence in this government system, to all stand together to heal and fight from the community level to the federal level, so that they will have